Hi, this is Sherry Veronica, and I want to do this video 100%. We are talking about WAYNE CLARKE. Now, WAYNE CLARKE, maybe you do not know who he is, but he is a magistrate in Barbados. And some people may think he's very heavy handed when he makes a decision on particular matters. Now, when I first mentioned about WAYNE CLARKE, someone, I don't know if it was in a comment or if it was on WhatsApp, but someone did get back to me and they said that the same thing that Patricia Benedict is going through, they felt the same thing at the hands of Magistrate WAYNE CLARKE. Now, I don't know if he's following procedures. I don't know if he's getting personal with certain people, but I have Patricia here with me again, and I want her to tell you how she feels about a particular matter she has before Magistrate WAYNE CLARKE. Patricia, welcome into the studio.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Yes, I thank you for everyone who was concerned about me. The 9th of June, when I said I was going in there, I is probably worried would have gotten arrested.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm fine, thank you. Magistrate WAYNE CLARKE. I went there the 9th of June. I wanted Magistrate WAYNE CLARKE to sign a document for me. He refused. He told me I have to serve the people first. Now, Ms. Veronica, you cannot serve nobody if the magistrate do not sign the documents to have it filed in the court.
Mm-hmm.
So he refused to do that. Then coming to find out, when I went to the clerk said a magistrate has to sign it, any magistrate. But I said Magistrate WAYNE CLARKE is responsible for Holetown. He is the best magistrate to sign it. So he was refusing to do that.
Okay, so wait, 1 second. Yeah. You went before him to have him sign documents that you prepared?
Yes.
And these documents were for him to sign off on what you prepared?
Yes, ma'am.
And what you prepared?
Just the signature.
And what you prepared was what?
It was for the Adelsons. You know, they had me falsely arrested and charged. So I was preparing documents. I had prepared documents to have them summoned to the court.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know that citizens can do that. I thought after investigation by the Right Stripe, they're the ones who would do something like that. I didn't know that ordinary citizens can officiate something like that. Is it?
But let me give you a joke about that. The first time I did that, prepared those documents, prepared documents, Magistrate WAYNE CLARKE asking me how I know how to do it.
But yes. You didn't answer the question. I thought, like I said, I thought it was something that was done after investigation by the Right Stripe, and then they would have the summons signed off by whoever, and then they will serve the person with the summons to come to court. I thought that was something that was done by the police department.
No.
So you're saying, okay, listen.
I had to do it myself.
So you're saying that any ordinary citizen can write something on a piece of paper and take it in for the magistrate to have that person come to court. Anyone can do that?
No, you could. I think the same thing about the lawyers. You can prepare, if you know what you're doing. You can prepare your own documents.
So let's say you prepare a document for someone to come to court based on the fact that they rob you, for instance. You don't need a police report to go along with that?
Yes, I do. But you see, in my case, I am the defendant. See? They're the one who arrested me. They are the interest is the Adelsons. They don't care about me. Mm-hmm. So it's up to me to file the documents, to have them appear in the court for having me falsely arrested.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you are suing them. You are suing them, and if you are suing Is it you are suing them? Is that it? That you want to sue
I
them?
am, because I'm taking criminal, because I am the one who, yeah, I'm taking criminal charges first. Answer criminal charges first because they're the ones who assaulted me.
So that
But
means, if that's the case, wait 1 second. If that's the case, you need to find someone to serve the papers on them. You could just do it, and then have, I don't know. Do you? Oh, I'm okay. I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah,
So
but that's the court marshal's job to do that, and
yeah,
that's what they've been
that's what I was
frustrating me about
thinking.
too.
But do the for the court marshals to serve the person, do they need Magistrate Wayne Clark's signature on whatever you do?
I have to sign it. It has to go through the courts
Oh,
with
I
him
see.
first.
Oh,
It
I
has to be
see.
signed by
Okay.
him first.
Okay.
But I don't want to get too noisy because yes, and so then he gave me the ninth. He gave me a gag order not to talk about a case. We will get to that next week. I'm not
Okay.
going to
We want to talk about we want to talk about your curfew that is really
yes,
impacting you. Okay.
yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, so the 16th, I wrote an urgent email. I didn't tell you all about it, but I wrote an urgent email. The 16th of June, 2023, I wrote an urgent email to the AG. I sent you a copy, and maybe tomorrow I'll read for the all the listeners.
Okay.
And I said to them, I'm having problems. I cannot eat. I'm being frustrated by Magistrate Wayne Clarke. He refused to sign documents for me, and I explained my situation through email. That was the same day I sent the urgent, the same day 16th, and I told him I would be in the court at 12.
Okay.
So I went to the court, and there was somebody there monitoring the situation. So now, because my email is the headline, Magistrate Wayne Clarke has to resign to the AG.
Okay.
That's what was on the 16th. He then trying to cooperate. He's telling me, oh, well, if you want all your matters sent to the, removed from my court, you have to write the magistrate or somebody. I have to write. But when I was asking him ever since, he couldn't tell me nothing. He wasn't cooperating.
Right.
Even the Adelsons. So then he wanted to sign the documents. Right.
Right.
But
let's talk about your curfew. Let's talk about your curfew. How has that impacted you? I mean, I think we've discussed it before, but it's worth mentioning again. How is it impacting you, and it continues to impact you?
I cannot go anywhere besides thing, and it's deliberate. It is deliberate, and Jason Leacock is running the magistrate's court. It is. I went to Magistrate Wayne Clarke again, and I said to him, I even brought the case against Dwayne. You know the gentleman Dwayne. I mentioned Dwayne Omar Clark, who allegedly stole $168,000 and allegedly got $75,000 bail with no objection from a Richard Ellis, a constable. And allegedly, the attorney of that person is Justin Leacock.
Okay, Jason. We're talking about Wayne Clarke. Where can we go with this Wayne Clarke matter so that you can go about your life? You need to work. He
has to resign. He has to resign.
I think he told you before. I think we had that in a conversation where he told you, if you're not paying taxes, and he's being paid by taxpayers, if you're not paying taxes, he doesn't need to hear what you have to say. Yes. Because his paycheck is from taxpayers, and you are not a taxpayer. That's what he told you.
Right, and he told me that if this is his court, I cannot tell him what do in his court. Like when I told him about my bottles and the frustration of it, he's telling me, oh, are you paying national insurance? And I said, no, it doesn't count. Meaning my bottle, collecting bottles does not count. And it's very unfortunate he would say something like that, but he could get 4 or 5 paychecks from different people for something. Like I told Mr. AG and them in a thing, something for something, they're getting paid to do that. You see the frustration they keep on giving me the curfew? They are getting paid to do that. It's not for free, you know. It's favorites. They're doing favors and they're getting paid. And even Friday, Jason Leacock, they always call Jason Leacock to the court when I'm going to be there.
So last Friday you went to court? Last Friday you went to court again?
Yeah, he was there.
No, the question is, last Friday you went to court for what? Why did you go to court?
I went there to get the restrictions removed from my bill. You know, by the curfew and stuff.
What curfew? You mean just the curfew, not on stuff? Curfew. The
curfew and the signing in Monday and Fridays, because I said to him on the 16th, I said it was an unlawful arrest and it was an unlawful. You sent me unlawfully to prison for 5 weeks.
Right.
Right. That's what I said to him. I said to him, you know, Sunday you're gonna be eating a big meal for your Father's Day, whilst I eat bread and juice. You know, right. I said those things to him.
Right.
And it is not fair, Miss Veronica. It is not fair.
I agree. But now that you're talking to me about it, is it resonating with you that maybe it's like a dead end with him, with WAYNE Clarke? Are you here?
It is. Oh. He's not going to budge.
Yeah, okay, because sometimes when you talk it out, it reverberates. What you're saying starts to reverberate, and you start to like kind of hear yourself. And I don't see him budging, because like he said, I don't think it's aptly so I can't add those words, but he said that you're not a taxpayer and he's being paid by taxpayers, so you don't count. Now that's a horrible thing to say to anyone. Okay, anyone. But he said that so you know that what you say about him can't move anything where he's concerned. It doesn't move him.
Allegedly, he's friends with the Chief Justice.
Yeah.
I will get into that eventually.
Right.
On those things, and I will concentrate. So I know I have to concentrate. I will concentrate on Magistrate WAYNE CLARKE.
So this
he's a deranged person.
We're talking tonight about WAYNE CLARKE, and you want Barbadians who have been before him, because you cannot be the only one to please comment under this video if you have been before Magistrate WAYNE CLARKE and he has been heavy-handed. If he's been heavy-handed,
yes.
please write a comment so that the ministers and so that Mia Motley and so that people can see, hey, you may have a problem here. Maybe you need to pull his file and check what he's doing. Everyone, there needs to be checks and balances, and people need to be gatekeepers. People need to be watched. You just cannot do things to people and have their life ruined and you don't care. Somebody has to care about you not eating, about you not being able to.
I have medical bills to pay from the same injury.
Somebody must care. They must care that if it happens to one, it happens to all. That's how it must be looked at. If it happens to one person, it's going to affect the whole of Barbados, because it's only a matter of time before these things metastasize and everyone is affected. You have to hear what people are saying. Patricia is here saying.
One more thing, Miss Veronica. I just think that we should sign a petition to have him removed. Some sort of petition.
Sign a petition in Barbados. Barbadians. That's why we are actually here talking, because they don't really care. If it doesn't affect them, if it's not on their doorstep, they don't really care. It has to be happening to them for them to care.
I have so many people in my contacts have had issues with magistrate.
But they didn't comment. They haven't commented. They have not. What you're talking about could be accomplished with them commenting and me Motley seeing it. You copying it from and saying, see, these are all the comments on that interview I did on Naked Departure. You can see that a lot of people have been affected by this particular person. That is what you're talking about. What did you call it? Whatever you called it just now. Just commenting. That is it right there. So you're saying that a lot of people under your whatever group you have been affected by him, but yet they're not saying anything. I'm sure you share that you will share this interview. You will share this interview with them. They need to comment.
Yes.
They need to comment. Yes. You need action.
Yes.
You need people to stand up and show up. You need action. You just don't need them looking at it and then saying, well, it's not affecting me. You need action.
Yes. I just need when I go to court, the courtroom, the magistrate's court, that Jason Leacock is not there, because I feel very uneasy. He has already arrested me 4 times lawfully, and I feel very uncomfortable when they call him, when I go to the court, when he has no right being there. I just feel very nervous.
But maybe it's your nerves, because if you're saying that he has no right being there and he could be there for some other matter, because your matter is not the only matter that is in the court, it may be your nerves. And I do believe me, Patricia, I do understand. I do understand what trauma can do to you and do to your brain. I do understand that somebody needs to listen, and people need, if they have been affected by Wayne Clarke, Magistrate Wayne Clarke, please comment. Please comment so people can take a look at him and what is going on when you go before him in the courtroom. It needs to be looked at. It needs to be looked at. No more sweeping these things under the rug. It needs to be looked at. If you're eating and if you are having 3 meals a day, so does Patricia. So does it. Yes. So does the other person. You're not special. Not you, Patricia. I mean, other people are not more special than you are. That they can be going about having a grand old time and you suffer. It's not fair.
Yes.
It's not fair.
I'm suffering bad. I'm really suffering bad, and he will never change. But the reason why he's doing it too is that Leacock, I have a matter with Leacock, a trial. So they frustrating me, and I have to pay for a lawyer.
But you can't afford that. Why would you bring that? You have to have attorneys in Barbados are not cheap, and they will string you along. Yeah. They will string you along for years and then drop you, and you still in this. They will have your money, and you will find yourself in the same situation you started out in.
I just in the curfew job, because there are events, crop over events. There's an event I have been waiting the whole year for, Gravity. I can imagine next week Sunday I am home. Waited a whole year. Somebody sponsored me a ticket, and I have to stay home. If I have to stay home, Miss Veronica, that curfew he implemented me, everything will break loose, because then I will share with the public the gag order, no gag order. I have to expose them for what they did and why I should not have never been in that position in the first place. You know?
Okay. Is there anything more you want to say about Wayne Clarke? Because it's going into 20 minutes and we were going to do anything.
Yeah, he's just an evil person. And I have told him, actually, to the 16th, I told him he's corrupt in his courtroom. I've told him many times he's corrupt. He needs a mental evaluation. I've told him so in his courtroom, and I mean it.
Yeah.
And if the AG and them, you have to put pressure on the AG or registrar, whoever is responsible for him, to remove these curfews, or then I'm going to embarrass him legally and criminally. I have to choose my words, because I have lots of notes of the disturbing things he's said to me in the courtroom, and the certain documents that he should have never.
Okay,
signed anymore.
Yeah, it's going into 20 minutes, and I think that I think you made your case, but I want to say that if anyone, do not just listen to this. If anyone has been before Wayne Clarke and you find that what Patricia is saying rings true, it rings true to something that you have experienced with him, please comment so that we can show whoever the minister is, who the AG or whoever it is that would look at this kind of thing, we can, Patricia will have the proof to take to them to show them that other people, not only her, other people have been affected when they go before Magistrate Wayne Clarke. This is Sherry Veronica, Naked Departure Radio.